Good evening. We're going to call the meeting to order. I would like to ask that everyone please remain standing after the pledge for a moment of silence. Today, we remember and honor Memorial Day as we pay tribute to our military personnel who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom and for a former staff member, Miss Audrey Strangeway. Please join us in the pledge. Memorial resolution for Miss Audrey Strangeway, whereas Mrs. Audrey Strangeway served as a staff member of the Tri-Valley Central School District, and whereas Mrs. Audrey Strangeway exemplified extraordinary commitment to the students of the Tri-Valley Central School District, and whereas Mrs. Audrey Strangeway passed away on May 15th, 2024. Be it resolved that the Tri-Valley Central School District extends its thanks to Mrs. Audrey Strangeway for her service, and be it resolved that the Tri-Valley Central School District extends its sympathy to the family of Mrs. Audrey Strangeway during this time of mourning. So I'm going to just read the board comments policy for the meeting. We thank you all for coming. We appreciate you taking the time to attend our meeting and welcome your comments. The Board of Education would like to remind community members that meetings are not public forums, rather they are business meetings held in public where dialogue is not normally conducted with audience members. If you would like to share your thoughts with the board, please state your name and address and limit your comments to 5 minutes. Please understand we will not respond to your comments or questions at this time, but if you'd like a response, please be sure to include your phone number or email address on the sign-in sheet by the door. Please note that public comments for items on the agenda will occur during the first comment section, and all other comments occurring during the second comment section. Comments will be in reference to a school topic or interest, not an individual or an employee position. Speakers are asked to be respectful, as we regularly have students attending these meetings as part of their coursework. Anyone who wishes to address the board, please step up to the podium and turn on the microphone so we could all hear your comments. Thank you. We're going to move to item number 2 on the agenda, and that is the board acceptance of preliminary results for the school budget vote 2024. It is an action. Can I have a motion to accept the preliminary results for the budget vote 2024?
Motion.
Motion by Tammy,
Second.
second by Travis. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That was unanimous.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved upon the recommendation from the superintendent of schools, the board accepts the following preliminary results for the school budget vote 2024 pending final reconciliation. Proposition number 1, be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Tri-Valley Central School District at Grahamsville, New York, be authorized to expend the sum of $37,273,719 during the fiscal year 2024 to 2025 and levy the necessary tax therefore. Ballots, 371 total. The breakdown is 347 machine ballots, 24 absentee ballots, 0 affidavit ballots, 0 early mail voter ballots, and 0 military ballots. Yes vote total was 269, and the breakdown is 263 votes for machine ballots, 6 absentee ballots, 0 affidavit ballots, 0 early mail voter ballots, and 0 military ballots. The no vote was a total of 94, and the breakdown is 77 machine ballots, 17 absentee ballots, 0 affidavit ballots, 0 early mail voter ballots, and 0 military ballots. Moving to item number 3 on the agenda is the acceptance of the preliminary results board member election 2024. It is an action, and I have a motion to accept the preliminary results board member election 2024.
Motion.
Motion by Tammy. Second by Tim. Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a question. What does it mean preliminary? Are we going to get net vote again for the final results? Is that what it is?
I think there's just a time lapse to make sure the count and everything is certified. And just reviewed.
Just asking.
Not
Thank you.
everything happens like.
That's why I wonder why we're voting on preliminary. That's the only reason I asked. Thank you.
Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That's unanimous.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved upon the recommendation from the superintendent of schools, the board accepts the following preliminary results of the school board member election 2024, pending the incorporation of final reconciliation. Nicole Berkey, total 219 votes. The breakdown is 206 machine ballots, 13 absentee ballots, 0 affidavit ballots, 0 early mail voter ballots, and 0 military ballots. Next was Kerry Ann Poley with a total of 201 votes, and the breakdown is 191 machine ballots, 10 absentee ballots, 0 affidavit ballots, 0 early voter ballots, and 0 military ballots. And then we have Rose Woods, total of 187 votes, and the breakdown is 168 machine ballots, 19 absentee ballots, 0 affidavit ballots, 0 early voter ballots, and 0 military ballots. Robert Vale Curry, total votes was 170. Breakdown is 154 machine ballots, 16 absentee ballots, 0 affidavit ballots, 0 early voter ballots, and 0 military ballots. Christopher Goodman, total 129 votes. Breakdown is 121 machine ballots, 8 absentee ballots, 0 affidavit ballots, 0 early mail voter ballots, and 0 military ballots. Machine write-ins were 19 total. Scott Gray got 2 votes. Tom Yeager got 1 vote. Keith Edwards got 1 vote. Ken Walter got 1 vote. Jerry Stevens got 1 vote. Brian Garber got 1 vote. Joe Caraccia got 1 vote. Nikki E. Horton got 1 vote. Kylie Conjura got 1 vote. And there were 9 ineligible ballots. They don't think they were legible. Absentee ballot write-ins was 0. Moving to item number 4 is the oath of office administered by district clerk to board member taking office May 21, 2024. Norma Pena, Nicole Berkey. Welcome, Miss Berkey. Okay, moving to item number 5 is correspondence. We don't have anything tonight. Public comment session for items that are on tonight's agenda. I have no one signed up. Moving to item number 7 is presentations and guests. And tonight we have presentation of Civics and Social Justice Project. And our presenters are Ms. Lily Siciliano and Ms. Amelia Mickelson. You can please step up to the podium, and they'll be talking about farm to school presentation.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Lily Siciliano,
And my name is Amelia Mickelson.
and we are both a part of this year's Civics and Social Justice class. For our capstone project this year, we are trying to implement a farm to school program here at Tri-Valley.
Before we jump into the details of Farm to School, we would first like to give you a little background on what civics and social justice entails. For this class, we have 2 teachers, Mr. Haynes and Mr. Eckhoff. For the last few months of the year, we focus on a capstone project, which is where we find something that we would like to change and take action in trying to make improvements within our community. To help us find our focus for our capstone project and to receive advice for making a difference, we got to hear from a variety of guest speakers throughout the year. These speakers have inspired us to try and make a major change within our school community.
Like we said previously, for our capstone project, we have chosen to focus on bringing farm to school to Tri-Valley. But what exactly is farm to school? Farm to school is when schools use local and freshly grown produce in their cafeteria food. According to the 2019 Farm to School Census, operators of child nutrition programs purchased more than $1.26 billion in local foods for the 2018 to 2019 school year. Some of our local schools have been a part of this, which we will talk about more later on.
Farm to School has become so popular because of its many benefits. Some examples of this include benefiting local farms, fishermen, ranchers, and food processors. Some local farms that we feel are possibilities to partner with for Farm to School in the future are Barthel's Farmers Market, which has been a partner with Ellenville School District, and Thunderview Farms. This is something that can be expanded on in the future, as there may also be others that we are not yet aware of that could supply us with some of the necessary produce. Additionally, according to the National Library of Medicine, healthy foods can lead to improved academic success, as well as better our classmates' mental and cognitive levels.
Farm to school is not only beneficial, but it is also important for a variety of reasons. Obesity is a serious issue in this area, especially in children. The obesity percentage for children in Sullivan County is 21.6%, while the percentage in all of New York, excluding New York City, is 17.3%. The food you eat can directly affect your physical health. Therefore, farm to school would be a way to improve this issue. In addition to physical health, food can also have a significant impact on one's mental health. Additionally, many students do not have access to healthy food options at home, so switching to farm to school or providing farm to school options would allow them to eat much more nutritious food during their school day. One of the major reasons that students have free access to lunches at Tri-Valley is because of the poverty rate in the district. Fresh produce is generally more expensive, and therefore, many of our students do not have access to it at home. Providing them with healthy options when they get to school is important because it may be their only time to eat fresh food. By doing this, they will also learn the importance of choosing food that is nutritious and beneficial. Lastly, students who eat healthy and substantial meals are shown to perform better academically, which ultimately can be summed up with the phrase, better food, better education.
So we started working on this project a few months ago, therefore we have already taken many steps toward our goal. We've had 2 meetings with Mrs. Long where we have gone over our future plans and what we had already accomplished in order to keep her updated. We have also met with Mr. Whitaker to go over grants and financial information. We have also had 2 meetings with our wonderful cafeteria director, Ms. Padua, where she shared with us her ideas and we received feedback, considering she has much more experience on how the cafeteria runs than we do. Another step that we took was having a phone call with Ellenville's cafeteria director. Similarly to us, Ellenville's cafeteria is run by the company Whitson's. They are able to continue to use this company while serving farm to school meals. They have not gone fully farm to school. However, they do farm to school meals a few times a month that the students enjoy. The most significant step that we have taken throughout our project so far was meeting with the cafeteria director at Livingston Manor, Stephen Rogers. Before Mr. Rogers came to Livingston Manor, their cafeteria was not farm to school. He was able to switch the menu entirely to farm to school. We had the opportunity to take a field trip to Livingston Manor and receive a tour of the cafeteria. This was especially helpful because Livingston Manor is somewhat similar in size to Tri-Valley. Therefore, we were able to see what they are able to do when serving around the same amount of students. During the tour, we got to see some of the amazing appliances and hear about how he has managed to make the switch.
Before we left, we also got a chance to try what was served for lunch that day, which is shown here. In this photo, you can see tomato soup, salad from their salad bar, sauteed carrots, and a grilled cheese sandwich. You also had the option to take a pear, which is not shown in the photo. All of this produce was fresh and grown on New York State land. The bread and soup were both homemade.
Overall, there are some major points that we learned from our various meetings. The first being that there is a lot that goes into farm to school behind the scenes, and a lot of necessary appliances. Our second major point that we learned is that it is a lengthy process to change the entire menu to farm to school. It has taken Mr. Rogers about 5 years to get to the point that he is at now, and he is still making changes. The last thing that we learned is that we will have to start small. If we start off by trying to make our entire cafeteria farm to school, we will most likely not be successful. Therefore, we have decided that our first focus is going to be a salad bar. Not only will this be a healthy option for students, but it would also be a supplement to the food that the cafeteria already provides. The protein and fats that are in a salad will be substantial and will keep students energized for the rest of their day and for some, practice as well.
Here is a picture that we took of Livingston Manor's salad bar when we visited the school. Their salad bar is self-serve, and they provide cucumbers, carrots, green peppers, red onions, chicken or salami, deli ham, deli turkey, broccoli, croutons, salad greens, and chickpeas. Once again, all produce used was freshly grown.
We are hoping to open a salad bar that can be available to high school students. In the prior slides, we explained our trip to Livingston Manor, and we were truly inspired by their salad bar. We hope to bring this opportunity to kids at Tri-Valley as well. We will be doing this through grants that we have found through Sylvan 180, and we are hoping that there will also be school contributions. If we do not partner with a local farm right away, we could get the necessary vegetables through either the Favors program or the pilot program, where we can order fresh food from a variety of places, including New York farms. We have spoken with Ms. Padua, and we are a part of both of these programs.
During our meeting with our cafeteria director, Ms. Padua, we learned that it will be possible to do the salad bar without another serving display. Instead, we could just have the salad bar as an extension on the cold lunch sandwich line. This will cut down the price, however, it will mean that the salad bar is not self-serve. The cafeteria director at Livingston Manor, Mr. Rogers, supplied us with a list of materials we will need for our future salad bar. This list is inspired by the equipment that they use at Livingston Manor, but is more specialized for a non-self-serve salad bar. The equipment includes 40 plastic serving tongs, 20 quarter-size plastic hotel pans with lids, 10 half-size plastic hotel pans with lids, 10 full plastic hotel pans with lids, 20 slotted plastic hotel spoons, and 20 regular plastic hotel spoons. The total estimated cost for these materials is approximately $650. However, once again, this version would not be self-serve.
If we were instead able to do a self-serve salad bar, we would need 2 additional materials. a serving display, and cooling bricks. The approximate price range of the serving display is anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, while the approximate price for the cooling bricks is $550. This would create a significant additional expense. However, there are benefits of doing a self-serve salad bar.
Four of the most significant benefits that a self serve salad bar would have is that it allows students to choose exactly what they want on their salad. It teaches students how to take the proper portion sizes. Salad bars are usually self serve. And most importantly, it would most likely be more popular among the students if they can just serve it themselves. Ultimately, we feel that a self serve salad bar, aka just a regular salad bar, would provide enough benefits that it would be worth the expense.
To cover some of the price, once again, we will be applying for grants through Sullivan 180, which is a nonprofit organization dedicated to building a healthy community through people, places, and policy, with an intentional focus on preventing and empowering a healthier generation within Sullivan County. One specific grant that may help us in this process is the Farm to School Initiative Grant. According to the grant description, the purpose of this grant is to engage students in visioning and proposing projects or programs that would enhance their in school eating experience. If we receive this grant, it would open us to an additional $1,000 for our future salad bar and future farm to school projects. The deadline was for May 1st, 2024. However, we have been in contact with the office coordinator at Sullivan 180, and they have expressed that the application is flexible and they would be happy to work with us to develop it. Therefore, this deadline is something that can be altered to our advantage.
Not only are grants accessible to us, but we have been made aware by the school that there are excess funds that we may be able to put towards this cause. The price of the salad bar will probably be entirely covered by the grant if we don't do a self serve salad bar. However, if we do, we would most likely need some of these additional funds. Mrs. Long explained that we have money left over in what is called the Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief Funds, known as the ESSER. We understand that not using the funds and instead doing the cheaper option would be much simpler. However, a self serve salad bar would be a great addition to our cafeteria.
With the salad bar in the possible future, there is one specific obstacle that we will face during our project. Sadly, both of us are seniors and will graduate at the end of this year. This creates a major obstacle for us to make sure this initiative will keep progressing once we leave Tri-Valley. However, with this obstacle also comes opportunity to younger students who want to leave their mark on Tri-Valley. Currently, we have 3 students who are interested in taking over the process of Farm to School once we graduate. Also, we have been working with Ms. Skylar Musa, who is the Healthier Generation High School Advisor through the Sullivan 180 organization. She has been a great help and is open to helping students who plan on taking the initiative to incorporate Farm to School in Tri-Valley. Once we officially find people to willingly take over our project, we have a set of future plans we hope will be accomplished.
These steps are in no particular order, but are mostly inspired by the Farm to School program at Livingston Manor. First, we were greatly inspired by Livingston Manor and their soup of the day. These soups are homemade and make Farm to School easy to distribute to students and even staff. Soups are easy to make, especially in large quantities. Second, we would like to include fresh produce within our school cafeteria. We would love to see produce that is not prepackaged and processed. Next, we would like to see Farm to School meals once or twice a month. We have learned that moving to a fully Farm to School cafeteria will take a lot of time. One of our first steps should be to incorporate meals once or twice a month to make a slow transition and see how students are enjoying the new cafeteria food and processes. Sorry. Okay. This is crucial to the success of a Farm to School program at Tri-Valley because it will hopefully create an impact on students who often eat the cafeteria food. Also, we hope that we can do a survey on the students' opinions of the Farm to School meals. In Livingston Manor, their cafeteria is covered with posters with QR codes where students can give feedback on that day's cafeteria food. This helps the cafeteria workers take in new ideas for meals or fix what the students may not be enjoying. Another thing we would like to see is a future event.
We would like to hold an event during the school day that will promote a Farm to School initiative within our school. Students will be able to try a meal that is Farm to School based, and we will be able to receive feedback from students who eat the lunch on a regular basis. This event will either last a day or week in the future. This event will hopefully happen as a result of the Sullivan 180 grants and with the help of local businesses that will provide produce. This is crucial to the success of a farm to school program at Tri-Valley because it will hopefully create an impact on students who often eat the cafeteria food. When we graduate, we are hoping that the students who take over our project will be inspired by some of these steps that we have listed and the research we have done.
There are many grant opportunities out there for schools that are looking to switch to farm to school. Once we leave, it is our hope that the school will continue to apply to these grants and will also use school funding to reach these goals.
We hope that you have gained knowledge through our research on farm to school and the countless benefits and impacts this could have on Tri-Valley students. This project will not only benefit the health of students now, but will create a future full of beneficial decisions. Please feel free to reach out to us with any questions, concerns, or suggestions at the following email addresses. Thank you.
Any
Are there any
questions, Fran?
questions?
Any questions?
I was impressed. Can you hear me? I was impressed by your presentation. You did very well. Anything you need, you should speak to the superintendent. Back years ago, I'm dating my age now, we did have a milk machine here, a vending machine. And I was the one that got that as a board member. And I saw out funding through Aileen Gunther, a legislator at the time. And we did get the money for it. We did have a machine. But one of the caveats was that if we weren't going to use it, it would be given to another district. And one day I went to the dump and I saw it dumped up there. So it was rather discouraging of what happened at Tri-Valley as a result of thinking about the benefits of health for our kids here at Tri-Valley. So please stay with it. Get people that you know to get on board because it's very important for healthy adults as well as our youth. So please stay with it. And you may get roadblocks, but look beyond those roadblocks because there'll be plenty. People just don't get involved. They just want to get involved. But please stay involved because it's a benefit for everybody. It's a win-win situation. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. Would this extend into the elementary school as well?
I don't think the salad bar would, only because I feel that it's going to be a lot more popular and used in the high school, but we hope that in the future with some of the other things we talked about that it could go into the elementary school.
Thank you. You both did a lovely job on your presentation.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you, girls.
Thank you.
Great presentation. Thank you. Okay, moving to item number 8 is the superintendent's report from Mrs. Erlong.
Thank you. Thank you, Lily and Amelia. I have enjoyed our meetings and your energy around Farm to Table, and I think this is just what we needed to get us started. So we are really excited to partner with you, and thanks again for a beautiful presentation. On behalf of Tri-Valley, I do want to extend our condolences to the family of Mr. Charles McAdam and to our partners at Rolling V for the bus crash that had happened earlier this week. We know Rolling V prides himself on safety, and we are thinking of everyone. I also want to say thank you to our Board of Education, to our business official, Bob Whitaker, and to our community for passing our 2024-2025 school budget. And also a congratulations to our incumbent, Rose Woods, and to our new board members, Nicole Berkey and Carrie Pulley. I would also like to congratulate both Tammy Shabodi and Keith Stryker for their New York State School Board Association Achievement Awards. Tammy earned a level 1 status under the NYSBA Board Excellence Recognition Program, and Keith earned a level 2 status under the NYSBA Board Excellence Recognition Program. And just a reminder that Tuesday is our last snow day give back, and we wish everyone a wonderful and safe Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you, Ms. Long. Moving to item number 9 is items the board wants pulled from tonight's agenda. Moving
If
to item number 10 is the consent agenda. Can I have a motion to? You have something?
Yeah, I wanted to vote on it first, and I'll tell which ones I want pulled.
We have to,
Okay, I want 12A and 12B. Just a few questions on it. Thank you. That's the extracurricular report.
okay, so we're going to pull them off and we'll discuss and vote on them separately. So can I have a motion to accept the consent agenda, categories 10 through 15, excluding 12A and 12B?
So
I have a
moved.
motion. Motion by George, second.
Second.
Second by Travis. Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That was unanimous.
That is unanimous. Thank you. Be it resolved upon the recommendation from the superintendent of schools, the board approves the entire consent agenda categories 10 through 15, with the exception of items 12A and 12B. Okay, so we'll take 12A first. Can I have a motion to accept the extracurricular report, January 30th, 2024? Motion? Motion by Pat,
Second.
second by Rose. Any discussion?
If I may. I may be reading this wrong, so please bear with me. The Tri-Valley Student Fund specifically, it gives a deadline of 1/30/24, and then the next one is 1/31/24, or 1/29/24, and 1/30/24. There's 1 day difference. And I'm looking at the balances, starting balances. One is ending with more than the other one is starting with. One is ending with, the 131 is ending with 87,466. The next day is starting with 85,720, like $1,700 difference. Am I reading it wrong? Am I seeing something wrong? And there's no expenses until the 10th of February, the way I read it. So, again, I apologize if I'm not reading it correctly, but I looked at this very closely. You see what I'm talking about? No, I understand.
Okay, so if you're looking at the January report, correct?
Correct. 1/30/24. The ending balance is 87,466.85.
Right.
Now, in 1 day, I understand it gets interest. But the next day, the report came out and it started it with less, more than $1,700 less.
Where do you see the next day?
Well, look at the next, there's two sheets I got. And this is the 229.24 sheet. So it started on
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
131.24. So it was a carryover balance.
I see exactly
And I
what
see
you're
the
saying.
carryover balance could be a little difference with more for one day of interest. But I don't see a deficit of $1,700.
Right. I see exactly what you're saying. And I can't, I'm not going to, but I will do a little digging.
No, I understand. It's just, fiduciary
Yep, I see the
responsibility.
difference. I see what you're saying.
And another question I have is, this is January's and February's. Why is it such a delay?
Quite honestly, there was some issues in getting information together,
I can understand that.
and also a busy point in time with wherever it was. I mean, I take responsibility for it being a little late, but I know that they weren't quite ready because they had not gotten all their documents together. So, I mean, I know that the March one is just about done right now, and April's right behind it. I hope to have those all ready by next month. But let me double check what your numbers, and I see what you're saying now.
I know we were trying to tighten that up across the
Right.
board. That's the reason I bring it up again.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you.
Can I interject? On the outstanding checks, there is for dated December 30th, 23, there is $1,658.16 outstanding.
I see that, but I also see another. I see that's a different issue. That does make the reconciliation correct, but there is in my head. I see what George said. There seems to be a number difference from ending to start.
That goes back farther because that's December's of 23 report. So we're going backwards, not forwards.
I will Wednesday look into this and try to get the answers for you. And I'll tell you before the board.
No, whenever. I just saw
No,
it. And I
thank
thought
you.
I'd. Thank you.
So 12B, well, is that 12B also, or?
That's A and B,
we
correct?
We did A and B, so we
Right.
gotta do a separate. Because they're two separate documents.
Well, I included them in what I had to say.
So we're gonna have to go through the process, though, of doing 12B and just push it through the process.
Yep. What is the process? Voting on yes on them?
It's either it's gonna be a yes or a no.
Okay.
Bob, do you have any suggestions? You want to vote it down and pull it and resubmit it?
That, or you can table it.
We could just table it till the next meeting, is that, that's in June, right?
If you don't mind, I would like to see it tabled
Okay,
instead of voting on it.
okay.
Thank you.
Are we able to table it even though we already made the motion?
It didn't, from this point, we could table it, because it's not a vote.
Okay.
It's not gonna go to vote. So that's our option. So we'll do 12A, we're gonna table it. And you wanna vote on that? Do a hand vote on that, or? I'm not gonna speak for everyone, so I think let's vote on it. Table it.
If you wish to, whatever the other board members, I'm only 1 of 9.
Norma, do you wanna do a hand vote for a table, or do you wanna just,
Yes, please.
okay. So we'll do a hand vote on who is a yay that we table it. That is unanimous, Norma.
Thank you.
Okay. So we'll move to item number 12B is the extracurricular report, February 29th, 2024. I have a motion to accept the extracurricular report. We'll do a motion to table it. Okay, so we'll do the extra, do I have a motion? I think we got to bring it to the, up to the second, and then we can decide to table it. So I have a motion to accept the extracurricular report, February 29th, 2024. Motion by Pat, second.
Second.
Second by Rose. I make a motion that we table this till the next meeting. We do a hand count. Who is in favor of tabling this item 12B till the next meeting? That is unanimous, Norma.
And to be clear for the public, this is student funds. Thank you. Okay, moving to item number 16 is board committee reports. We have 11 of them. I'm going to go through them as quickly as I can. These are up for second reading and adoption. We'll start with 16A is policy 0110-E. It is exhibit for sexual harassment. Second reading and adoption. It is an action. Can I have a motion to accept policy 0110-E? Motion by Pat,
Second.
second by Tammy. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
Eight yes, one abstain. Yes, one abstain.
Motion.
Second. Second.
Aye. Aye.
Eight yes, one abstain.
If I may, point of information, please. Second name on the board? Oh, he's here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't see you come in. Oh, man. I am so sorry, bro. You snuck in here. No wonder you think I'm crazy.
Second.
Aye.
8 yes, 1 abstain.
Second.
Aye.
Eight yes, 1 abstain.
Motion.
Second.
Aye.
Eight yes, 1 abstain.
Motion.
Aye.
Eight yes, 1 abstain.
Second. Aye.
Eight yes, 1 abstain.
Motion.
Second.
Aye.
Eight yes, 1 abstain.
Second.
Aye.
Eight yes, one abstain.
Motion.
Aye.
Eight yes, one abstain.
So move.
Second.
Second.
Yay.
Eight yes, one abstain.
Good evening. Yesterday, we had our career day at the elementary school. I want to thank, we had 28 different businesses and professions represented. I want to thank our counselors on a hot day at organizing this. Students were amazed. I had students come up to me and talk about jobs that they didn't know existed. I had a 6-year-old that said he wants to be a park ranger because he likes to walk in the woods. I had another student who talked about that he wants to work for National Grid because he wants to go up in the bucket. That's all he wants to do. Nothing else. He just wants to go up and down in the bucket. But it was a great day. Just many students are excited. I want to thank all the volunteers that made that happen. It was a hot day, and these people sat out there in the sun for many hours. So I do really appreciate that. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. So I just wanted to touch base about our senior trip that we have just gone back from a couple weeks ago now. I just wanted to send an extreme thank you to the school board for supporting us and this trip, and the 2 senior class advisors who really went above and beyond. Planning was not easy. Coordinating around schedules was not easy. Miss Deb Sweat and Tanya Hugler, they did a fantastic job. We left with 30 students. We came back with 30 students. We had no extras, so that was fantastic. The students had such a great time. We had received many compliments. Just even our first stop at Chick-fil-A, I'm in the bathroom washing my hands, and this lady just talked to me forever about how great the students were. And it was just a testament to our families, our community. We represented Tri Valley in such a great way. They participated in so many fun events. There were so many laughs along the way. There were kids swimming in the ocean. We had some weather that we were a little concerned about, but the weather cleared up. The beach day was beautiful. Kids were in the ocean. They were joking with us. It was really nice water and it was really warm. I told them it was probably just they were numb at that point after being in there for a few minutes. They're like, you get used to it. We did ghost tours, which we had a lot of laughs on there. I was up way past my bedtime, but there was also a testament to the dedication of some of our athletes. They were asking if they could get up still at 6 a.m. so they could get their workouts in. They were out there and they were working out at 7 a.m. So it was just an awesome thing to see, and everyone bonding and really having a great time. Rode some roller coasters and just it was fantastic. And our students are amazing, and I couldn't say anything better about them. So thank you, everyone, and I'm looking forward to next year's trip and see where we go.
Okay, moving to item number 20A is a donation to Tri-Valley Central School District. It is an action. Can I have a motion to accept the donation to the Tri-Valley Central School District? Motion by Pat,
Second.
second by Tammy. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye. Will a thank you be sent to them? Whoever donated? Thank you.
Eight yes, one abstain.
That is 8 yes, 1 abstain. Be it resolved upon the recommendation from the superintendent of schools, the board accepts the donation of a box of 500 pens from an anonymous donor. We thank you for that donation. Item number 20B is the DCMO BOCES annual resolution, cooperative purchasing, generic for 2024-2025, and that is Delaware, Shenango, Madison, and Otsego counties. It is an action. Can I have a motion to accept the purchasing agreement, DCMO BOCES annual resolution for cooperative purchasing?
So move.
Motion by George,
Second.
second by Rose. Any discussion? Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
Eight yes, one abstain.
It is 8 yes and 1 abstain. Be it resolved upon the recommendation from the superintendent of schools, the board approves the DCMO BOCES annual resolution, cooperative purchasing and generic for 2024 to 2025. Move to item number 21, which is board comment session. And we don't mean to put you on the spot, Nicole. Do you want anything?
I want to say thank you to everybody that came out and voted. Super important. And also coming in and seeing all the beautiful artwork and all the stuff that the children made was wonderful. And I'm excited to join this group of wonderful people.
Thank you. Brent?
Welcome, Nicole. Congratulations, Rose and Carrie.
Travis?
Yes, I'll just piggyback on that. Congratulations. Great job. Also, thank you very much. You did a great job presenting. They left. I'm very excited to come back. I hope this does work out and I can come back and have some salad next year. Thank you.
George?
I'd like to thank the board for approving all the committee reports. The committee worked very hard on that. The makeup of Mrs. Long and Mr. Stryker, Mr. Diamond, and Mr. Hartman and myself. We tailored it to not only what the state comes down with the law, but we also tailored it to how it fits Tri-Valley, and I thank you for approving that. Another thing I'd like to say, talk a little bit about is Mrs. Strangeway. She worked here for a good many years, and maybe some of you that graduated from here remember her. She was a switchboard operator upstairs when we had a switchboard. And she would poke those things in there as fast as she could for every department and still answer the phone. And her voice was so calming that if anybody was outraged of anything at Tri-Valley, by the time she got done with them, they were calmed down and civil, and the conversation continued to where they wanted to go. So she was a real tribute to Tri-Valley, and I hate to see her passing. Her husband was also here at Tri-Valley from the beginning, and he was our ag teacher. He started the program, and that's how the program has grown from that to what it is today. And he was a wonderful person, and that's what we had back at Tri-Valley in those days, that really, really were dedicated to Tri-Valley and thought very highly of the kids and the community. So my heart goes out to the family. The artwork. After the board vote, I did visit also the artwork. Spent quite a little time looking at it. I was impressed. I really was impressed by the quality of work that our students were doing. So a shout out to them. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Tammy?
I'd like to extend my condolences to the family and friends of Mrs. Strangeway. Congratulations to Rose, Carrie Ann, and Nicole. I look forward to continue working with you, Rose, and to working with Carrie Ann and Nicole. Also, I'd like to say best wishes and good luck to all the students on their upcoming finals and regents. That season is quickly approaching, and just do the best that you can, and try not to stress over it. And I'd like to wish everybody a safe Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you, Tammy. Rose?
I want to thank our community for approving our budget and thank them for the vote of confidence. And I look forward to working with Carrie Ann and Nicole. I also wanted to ask, the recent hot days that we've had and summer coming, there's a concern in the upper level of the school with how hot the classrooms get. I've heard from teachers and students that classrooms are in the 80s, and people are feeling nauseous and faces red, and it's just not safe. So what can we do for that?
That is, generations and centuries of trouble. Those second floors get really hot. We are hoping that legislation is passed in the state that's going to mandate a certain level of temperature, that you have to have a cooling system in there. We hope it's going to be a funded mandate that would help us. In our building condition survey, which we've just finished, we don't have the final report yet. We're looking for some feedback from our architects about, can we put central air into our buildings and what the cost would be temporarily. If we end up with really extreme temperatures again, we have the option of cooling down the auditorium, and we could use that space for classes. It wouldn't be ideal, but it would be cool. We can look at some portable units. I was in a classroom today that had one in there. I'm not sure how efficient they are for their cost, and if they would, the portable units might not cover the square footage of the classroom. But I did connect with our maintenance department today to see if there's anything that we can do in the next few weeks to cool things down.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. Tim?
Congratulations, Nicole and Rose and Kerry. Welcome aboard. And I just want to thank the challengers, Bob and Chris. There's so many people in our community that have so many concerns and complaints about the district, but they are not willing to get out on the ballot and put their name out there and come on Thursday nights to try to make things better. So I credit you guys for doing that, and I appreciate that. Voters, we had how many total? 300? 394. 394 is not going to cut it as we move forward. We need more people to come out. We need our community to get a little more involved, and it'd be nice to see that closer to 1,000 than to 300. Girls have a sectional championship softball game tomorrow night at Mount St. Mary's. It's pretty awesome. We haven't had a sectional champion softball team here in a while, and hopefully they can pull it off. And lastly, I want to thank Mr. Biebenroth and Mrs. Dexter and the sixth graders. They made a video, for those of you that haven't seen it, thanking law enforcement all over the country for their efforts. It was adorable. They were hilarious. We had one student do it in 2 different languages. It was really impressive. That has been viewed by thousands of police officers up and down the East Coast. And in my other profession, I'm going to be in the governor's office next week discussing mental health in law enforcement, and I will make sure that video gets played, and I'll make sure that our kids are up front and center because it really does make a difference. So we should all be very proud, and thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Pat?
Just thank you to the community for your support of the budget, and congratulations to the 3 ladies who were elected, especially Nicole. Welcome aboard. Excited to work with you. Ms. Long mentioned the Rolling V bus accident. I had seen something earlier in the week about Rolling V being audited by the state, and their safety rating was 95.4%. So their goal, to strive for a bus company to strive for is 90%. So we do really have a quality company transporting our most precious. So just thank you to Rolling V for all they do to keep their fleet in such great shape.
Thank you, Pat. I'm going to move to item number 22 is adjournment. Can I have a motion to adjourn? Motion by Pat,
Second.
second by Rose. Please proceed to vote.
Aye.
That's unanimous.
As unanimous, thank you. Be it resolved, the board adjourned the meeting at 8:07 p.m. Safe home and enjoy the holiday.